as well. So let me give you the next 5 if you want them.
Yes.
You want them?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the first 4. 11 to 14. The next 4, yes. So we've got, which is most important? Price, timing, or convenience? What would it do to your plans if it didn't sell? That's a good question. So, who else have you talked to about the sale of your home? And would you need the money from this one to buy your next one? So let's do the guts gauge. You guys can all do that while you're still ready, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So how do you feel about asking what's most important, price, timing, or convenience?
4.
1.
2, 1, 2, and a 4. I'm going to put a 2. That's kind of in the middle there, 2.5, whatever. How do you feel about asking what would it do to your plans if your home didn't sell?
2.
Yeah, that one would be more like a 4.
Oh.
You know, well, you can't sell it. So is it a little more gutsy?
Yeah.
Okay. Who else have you talked to about the sale of your home? How do you feel about that one on a scale of 1 to 5?
3. Yeah. 3.
3. 14. Would you need the money from this to buy the next one? Louder, please.
5.
2.
Thank you. 1. These stories are crazy numbers. So let's talk about them for a second. Why would we want to know what's most important to them, price, timing, or convenience? Let me say it another way. If we asked them that, what do you think they'd probably say?
Right.
Price is the only thing, and most important thing, that's all that matters. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So then you say, well, let me just explain timing and convenience for you. Let me just explain it to you anyways. So timing would be that you want to be out of this place by a specific date. Let's pretend they have to be. Okay? So would you agree that timing is just as important as price then? If they have to be out?
Yeah.
What do you think convenience is? Convenience is this. Let me ask you this. If I got you out of this house by, beginning of January, possession day was beginning of January, because we're in November, right? But the house we helped you to buy, you couldn't move into the 1st of February. Okay. Would you be okay with that? Guess what most of them would probably say? No. Because that would be extremely what? Inconvenience. So, what's most important to you? Price, timing, or convenience? Now that they know what timing is and convenience are, they'll say, well, they're all important. And you just planted a little seed there, making them realize we'll do everything we can for price, but those other 2 factors might affect the what? Price. You didn't even say it. Pretty powerful, yes?
Yes.
Why did we ask them, what would you do if your house didn't sell? Now remember, you haven't seen the whole house yet. And you might say, they say, why can't you sell it? You go, well, no, it should be fine. I mean, the house looks good from here, and we just have to figure out the pricing. And again, you're planting a little
seed.
And they start to realize that it isn't put a home on the market at any price and it'll sell in 4 days mindset anymore. It's, oh, there's something to this. And you didn't even say it, you just asked a few questions. But you can't sell it? Oh yeah, we could sell it. The thing is, the house looks good. We just have to still figure out the price and stuff, which should be good. But did you have a backup plan? Some of them will say, well, we have to sell. Good to know. What do you do?
Write it down.
Write it down. What if they say, if we can't get what we want, we'll just stay. We'll stay here as long as we need to. Write it down. But you know what kind of seller you're dealing with. Which one would you prefer to work with, the first one or the second one?
First one.
See? Isn't that right? Who else have we talked to about the sale of your home? Why would we ask that?
Other realtors. Spoken with other realtors.
See if they have another realtor coming in, or see if they just told their family. But if they say, yeah, we got a guy from ABC Realty coming, what would you say? You know what I would say? I'd say, or if they said, we've got 2 other realtors we're interviewing, I go, oh, who are they? Can you say that?
Yes.
Instead of just letting it go, say, who are you getting? Well, we're getting Dwayne Groom from XYZ. Oh, okay, good to know. You should ask them who it is that's coming in. Okay? And question 15 is a really important question. And it is, what would it take to put your home on the market today? How do you feel about asking that? Can't get an answer from anybody?
3.
I would say
3.
10 plus! Ah! That's, a lot of people don't even ask for the order. Isn't that crazy? Did you guys understand the question? Because you're really quiet. What did you do in question 15? You asked them if you could put it on the,
Market.
when?
Today.
Right now. And as a new realtor, is that a little gutsy?
Yes.
Is it a 10 out of 5?
Yeah, it is.
If you're a new realtor, it's going to be gutsy, but you have to ask. In fact, let me just point out here, it's really important. Do you see this here? What does that say?
Important.
I can't get anything from Team B.
Important.
It's really what, Team B?
Important.
Terry's not saying nothing.
Important.
Let me get the whole class to say it. It's really what?
Important.
Important. If you don't ask for the order, then you may as well not ask any of them. And I'm very adamant about it. Okay, I had a past student. I'll tell you this quick story.
Yeah.
She phones me. And it went to voicemail because I was teaching. And she had been in a class about 6 years earlier. No, honestly I can't remember. Maybe it was just a couple of years. But the call I got was quite a few years ago, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. All right? So, and she was in the Lower Mainland area, the Vancouver, White Rock area. If anybody's familiar with White Rock.
My job is beautiful.
And I teach there a lot. Actually, I teach there more than anywhere, really. And she calls and her voice message was like this. Hi, Dwayne, it's Natalie. I just wanted to let you know that when I took the class with you X amount of years ago, when you went over the questions, question 15 I felt would be real uncomfortable for me. I was a new realtor, and I had made a decision after I wrote it down that I'm not asking that question. And so for the last 6 months, I've been asking the 14 questions, and I've done okay. I've gotten some business, but just a little while ago, I followed up with somebody that didn't list with me, or they didn't give me an answer yet. And then when I talked to them, they said they're going with the other person, or that they'd already signed with the other person. And then she asked why, and they said, well, when they were with us, they asked if they could put it on the market, and you didn't even ask. And she said my jaw dropped. I was just shocked that it was just one question that could have got me the listing. She goes, in the last 3 months, I've made sure I ask every time, and in 3 months, I've done twice the production I did in those other 6 months. So thanks so much. I will always ask question 15, no matter what. Even if, and I even say, even if you got a squirm in your seat where you're like, you know, I was just kind of curious, like, seems like I have to go to the washroom, eh? I was thinking, what would it take for you to list with me today? Like, you have to ask for the order. Otherwise, don't even go. Now, sometimes you don't even ask for the order. If somebody asks you to come over and talk to them about selling their house, doesn't it sound like they're thinking about selling their house at least? Doesn't it sound like they might be wanting to move forward with it? Even if they're told you we don't want to sell for a while, they're still thinking of selling. Imagine if you start going through a process with them and it seems like they're ready. You might not ask them. You might say, it sounds like you're ready. Could you say that to make your life even easier? It sounds like you're ready to put it on the market right now. Turn to the person beside you, just say that. Sounds like you're ready to put it on the market. Sounds like you're ready. So how many questions did we ask them? 14, and we're on the 15th one. Because of the previous 14, you might say, you know what? It sounds like you guys are ready to put it on the market today. Is that right? That almost directs them to say yes.
Yeah.
It's very powerful. So please don't forget that. All right? So we got a little bit of time here to ask the questions. So what we're going to do is this. I taught it now. Now I'm going to show you how to do it, or I'm going to tell you how to do it. And so do not say the lead-in. Okay, lead-in we did. So you start with just saying the sales process. And then I want you to say at the after the sales process, what's the last thing you said at the last role play? So let me get started with the
Series of questions.
questions. Okay, and I want you to ask them question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, question number 13, question number 14, and question number 15. Okay, and when you ask question 15, I want them to say, yeah, we're not listing today. And I want you to say 2 words, no problem. And then I want you to critique. And then do not switch. Fair enough?
Yes.
Go.
So